first of all, good afternoon and welcome to the session.
Yeah, very good afternoon, and thank you for having me here.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Actually, it's unbearably cold here,
Hmm.
and the cold is beating down on us, and I don't feel like doing anything, so I was kind of under the blanket all day long.
Okay, and it is, yeah, I can
Yeah,
understand it is cold here too. Uh, it's now little bit sunny in Jaipur, but in at my native place, it is really very cold, so we cannot, come out of the blanket. So I am not going there. I'm not visiting my parents during whole winter.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and it is still cloudy here, foggy and cloudy.
Yeah, it is difficult even to
Yeah,
see sun for 10 days continuously at my place too.
yeah. What about you? How are you today? How is it going?
Today I am pretty good. For last some days I was not feeling good. I was even sick and not talking to
Oh,
people in between, and yeah, everything was little disturbed. But now today I am feeling really better. Yes.
oh, good to hear that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we had a session before too, like I guess 6 months ago, as you mentioned.
Yeah,
But at that time, I guess I don't remember exactly, but I guess I had only 2K subscribers, maybe around 2K
yeah, I think you had 4K subscribers at that time.
subscribers. Okay, okay.
Yes.
So after that, there are a lot of people who just connected to me. So they don't know about you anything, whatever you are doing nowadays, in
Yeah.
order to help them in the spoken English, especially. So I would like you to just tell everything about yourself and introduce yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for providing this opportunity to introduce myself. So I'm a graduate in mechanical engineering. I work as a freelancer, as a content writer, as a mechanical engineer. So there are some companies, mechanical engineering companies, who need articles to be written on their website so that they can market their services. They can market their services to other companies or clients. So I write content for them. And in my free time, so as you know, as a freelancer, we kind of work on our own term. We decide when we have to work or when we don't feel like working or anything. So in my free time, I help English learners improve their English speaking skills through one-on-one sessions. And actually, as you know, I think we discussed in our previous session that I was
Mm.
also terrible at English. When I completed my graduation in mechanical engineering, I started looking for a job, and that's when I realized that you have to be really communicative to get a good
Mm.
job, especially in English language. So I improved my English, and now I help other English learners to improve their English speaking skills and
Mm.
boost their confidence to communicate effectively.
Okay, okay. So,
Yeah.
you provide one-on-one sessions?
Yeah, I provide one-on-one sessions.
Okay. So can you just provide a little bit in detail the what you do, how you do it,
Yeah.
and how people can connect
So,
to you?
I have a website. I made it on my own by myself because, as an engineer, we are kind of jack of all trades,
Hmm.
technical stuff. So I made a website for it. And when an English learner connect me through my website, I tend to provide him a free trial session
Hmm.
so that he can assess my ability if I am worthwhile to teach or not. And so I can also, understand his level in English and come up with a strategic plan to help him. And after our free trial session, if they if they are willing to learn from me, they subscribe my tutoring service, they
Hmm.
pay me, then I tend to give them different topic in every session, and I just listen to them, and they speak non-stop. And while I'm listening, I try to pick out if they make any mistakes. I
Mm.
try to listen to them attentively
Mm.
and assess their weak areas. And when they are done talking, I
Mm.
correct their mistakes. I suggest them uh, how to speak. I suggest appropriate words and English rules and so on.
Okay, okay, okay. So people can connect to you through your website. I'll mention the website
Yeah,
in description.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Any other way of connecting to you? Like mail?
yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah, mail, and there have been a lot of students who
Hmm.
contacted me through my WhatsApp. So I also tend to leave my WhatsApp number in the description of my videos. I have a YouTube channel, by the way.
Okay, okay, okay. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. Okay.
Yeah, so I saw your videos. You made it to Josh Talk. I think it's incredible. That's kind of an achievement for you. So, how do you feel now?
I feel, I think that was a biggest achievement I achieved in 2023, I must say. And it was, I guess, great experience of delivering a speech there and my struggle story, sharing story with other audience and other learners. And I received many emails too, like they watched my video on Joe Stoke and the video really inspired them. And some
Yeah,
of them are like, they just, believed in themselves like they cannot learn English ever or English is not that much easy cakewalk for them, but then after
yeah,
watching my video they got inspired and then they started their journey again. So they just had some sessions with me to, as I also provide some paid sessions to beginners especially because I consider
yeah,
myself an intermediate. So from there my journey has started itself after Josh talk. So I can say it was really a big achievement. I feel really grateful about it.
yeah. So, did you have to go to their office to record that video, or you recorded it in your home or something?
No, no, we have to go there. They invite you. They will tell you the proper timing and date, the schedule, proper schedule for the speech, and then you have to go to Gurugram. Gurugram, yes. And then there in
Gurugram.
your own studio, you have to deliver the speech. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It
So,
was a little. I was a little nervous before, and while delivering also I was little feeling nervousness and it was
yeah,
always in me, but after the delivering the whole speech I felt really great about it. I was like, I didn't do it before like this much professionally. That was the main
yeah,
thing.
yes.
I was doing the
Yeah,
professional
yeah, yeah.
for the very first time. Yes.
Ac- Actually, people are bound to feel nervous when doing these kind of things because been talking to each other on Zoom, on Skype, and we are sitting in our home in the comfort of our home. But to do that, you have to go to somewhere else and
Mm.
speak in front of camera, and you might have some other people around you. So you are
Mm.
bound to feel nervous. There
Yeah,
is
their
nothing
team
wrong with
always.
that.
Yeah, their team always stay there in front of you like cameraman and then the person who is going to note down about the shorts which
Yeah.
pick from your speech. So he also sits there. Then a content creator also sits there, like she checks if you are
Okay.
making any kind of mistake or if you are. So and a person who connects you through mail first, he also always stays there. So yeah, I guess 4 to 5 people in front of you, and then they give some instructions how to see in direct in camera or in the
Yeah.
towards the audience and like this. Yes,
Yeah.
but
I
overall
think you did pretty well.
yeah,
Yeah.
I tried
If
my.
I was in your place, if I was in your shoes, I would have, you know, like I would have flustered by seeing all these people standing around me because I'm used to talking alone and
Hmm.
I'm also an introverted person. I don't like to have people around me, especially when I'm talking to in front of camera. So I would have messed it up. But I think you did really great job. I saw your video on
Hmm.
Josh Talk.
But I think everyone can do it. It seems right now to you like you are not able to do,
Yeah,
but before going to there, you just, because it's your own story, the things that happen to you, the things that you have experienced in life and throughout the journey, when you
Yeah.
were learning, when you were not good at it, people were laughing or people were mocking at you, the things like that which are
Yeah.
only there. So it becomes little easy to share your journey first. Second, you get some time, like 3 to 4 days to prepare your own story, just speak in front of mirror many times, and then go there. And
Yeah.
after going there too, like if you are speaking 3 to 4 sentences and you are taking really break, or you want to take break, they just really, I guess I can say, they are really friendly with you, with everyone who wanna take break in between can take. And sometimes I have heard people take like 2 to 3 takes too. So though it was
Yeah.
in completed in one take, my, but 2 to 3 breaks I took in between, because
Yeah.
when we are little nervous, we tend to speak a little faster, and when we speak faster, even the speech is delivered in Hindi itself, but when we speak faster, we fumble a little bit. So that was the case.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Actually, when you speak fast, you experience so many problems. It's not just mumbling and fumbling or stuttering. So when you are speaking fast, you are not
Hmm.
able to gather your thought and structure your sentences.
Hmm.
And you are also not able to talk about good content, good points. And of course, you mumble, fumble, and stutter. So there are so many problems with speaking fast. Actually, I also have this problem, especially when I'm nervous, when I'm talking with a stranger. I
Hmm.
tend to hyperventilate and speak really fast, and therefore I get flustered and I make so many mistakes. But when I'm comfortable with someone, when I know
Hmm.
someone for a long time, I
Hmm.
tend to be really relaxed and easygoing.
Same, yeah. Nowadays, a
Yeah,
little bit disturbed. I was just because of the winters and because of the health issues. But otherwise, I always feel confident while having one-on-one conversations. Even while speaking, also I'm fumbling. But yeah, it is, I guess, pretty natural, and I accept it, because I accept it.
yeah,
Yeah, that it is very natural. It can happen anytime with anyone. It is not a that much big thing to just always take stress upon it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes.
And if you can notice or not, I am feeling a little bit nervous because I am talking to you after a long time. So it's very natural to me, especially for someone who has introverted personality like me.
I'm also an
Yeah.
introvert. Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, so as you
Yes.
mentioned, you are working as a freelancer now. So I would like to know first, that is the biggest thing nowadays, and I am also struggling in that, and that is time management. How do you manage your time, and when do you start your working in a day?
Yeah. So first of all, when we hear someone is working as a freelancer, we tend to think that, oh, it would be so amazing. You work on your own term and life is set. You don't have to go outside, but actually it's really challenging and
Mhm.
stressful.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to managing your time. So when you are working from home, uh, it's very hard to set a boundary between you and your family members.
Mhm.
So they tend to disturb you all the time. They ask you to do something. They ask you to go somewhere and buy something for you. They never
Mhm.
take you seriously. Even though they see that you are earning money, it's visible in front of them, but they never take you seriously. So this is the biggest challenge I face on a daily basis as a freelancer. And as far as how I manage my time is concerned, actually, I have tried to set a boundary. I have
Mhm.
told my family members, my father, my mother, and my siblings that when I'm working, please do not disturb me. And therefore, I'm able to work productively nowadays. So when do I start working? So whenever I tend to have uh, a lot of projects, I tend to wake up early in the morning, around 6 a.m., and I start working immediately after freshening myself up.
Hmm.
And I work in morning time. I think I work 2 or 3 hours at one sitting, and then I go for a walk with my friends outside. I
Hmm.
sometimes play sport cricket for an hour or something, and then
Hmm.
I come back. I have lunch and I take a nap. Then I again start walking, and then I repeat the same process every day. But whenever I don't have much students to teach them, and when I don't have a lot of projects, I tend to just enjoy, do some wholesome things like playing sport, going to gym, and hanging out with friends. And
Oh,
it's really like it's a challenging to work as a freelancer. It is a very challenging task to
I
work
understand.
as a freelancer.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I can totally relate with your points. And luckily, I don't have the first issue which you mentioned about family.
Yeah.
That when you are at home, people continuously disturb you or they don't take you seriously. Because I am living here in a PG alone in this room. So that is not
Hmm.
the case with me. I am alone here. But again, still, it is really difficult to manage time and to do
Yeah.
stuff sometimes, especially when you are mentally disturbed a little bit or and physically also you are not feeling good or your body requires a lot of rest. You are uh, like you are tired emotionally, mentally and physically, like these were the things that were
Yeah.
happening to me for last some days. Then it was difficult for me to manage time and to give these sessions and then take the free sessions, then upload the videos on YouTube. And in between, for three or
Yeah.
4 days, I didn't upload any video. So that is a little challenging, and yeah, I know it is difficult. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Um, so you mentioned,
Actually, I would like to discuss a word here. So
hmm,
when we have to convey a idea that we are tired both physically and mentally, so there is a word to describe it exactly.
hmm,
It's called, I think the word is frazzled. So you can say whenever I'm frazzled, I
hazard.
don't like to work. Yeah, frazzled. It means you are both physically and mentally exhausted.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Thank you. Threshold. Okay, great. Okay. So, second question that I would like to ask you is, I also provide sessions. So, if you come across some students who are very good at English, they are not making much mistakes and they are quite fluent too while speaking. Maybe little bit issues like they maybe be in the speed, in the pace of
Yeah.
speaking, but otherwise English is good. Okay, but they are not comfortable, or I can say they are not confident to speak with people. So how you boost their confidence?
Yeah. So actually, I've had a student who has been to Italy and Germany from on the behalf of his company to work, and he was really good English speaker.
Hmm.
And I would say he was fluent in English, but still he had some problem expressing his thought and talking about difficult things and variety of things. So when he contacted me,
Hmm.
I immediately realized that he just don't have experience to talk about variety of things. So I gave him different topic, not typical topics like hobbies and travel and so on. I asked him really interesting questions on every sessions, and I made him comfortable talking in front of me. And in his last session, he was really speaking fluently. He was able to talk about almost anything I asked him to talk.
Hmm.
So I would say, in order to help these kind of students, just make them comfortable and ask them some interesting question, and also
Hmm.
guide them to guide them to use advanced words,
Hmm.
and just teach them grammar structure.
See,
appropriate grammar structure, and they tend to pick up really fast. You don't have to repeat that again and again.
see, the issue is they are already good. They can use
Yeah,
advanced words. Like some students are there, they are good at using advanced words. They are good at making, constructing good sentences while speaking, but they don't have confidence. So I guess this is not the case of learning English or teaching English. This is just case of working on themselves, believing in themselves, and
yeah,
working on the confidence part. Yeah, so it is a little challenging.
yeah.
I'm just working on
Actually, I
that.
just got an idea how to help these students. So actually, they have a problem which is about their mentality. So,
Hmm.
they have imposter syndrome sometimes. So they tend to think that, oh, they are not really great. Even though
Hmm.
they are really good, they come across as a fluent English speaker to other people, but
Hmm.
they undervalue themselves. So what you can do is praise them, appreciate them, and try to make them believe that they are doing really great.
Hmm.
They are already speaking good English and they are amazing. They don't have any problem at all. They just lack practice. Just
Hmm.
allow them to practice on different topic every day,
Hmm.
and pretty soon you realize that they do really well.
Yeah, that is one thing.
Yeah,
Second is just I have just I can say I try it. One is if I suggest anyone to just journal their thoughts, whatever comes in your mind, and have positive talk with themselves, especially while talking
yeah,
to ourselves. We usually talk sometimes negatively, and negative thoughts occur again and again. So we have to
yeah,
work on that. The thought process should be always
yes,
affirmative, right?
yeah. And if you notice, these people tend to have this condition of imposter syndrome. They think they are not doing great, even
Hmm.
though they have everything. They don't need anything extra, but they just don't believe in themselves. So, what you have to do is just appreciate them, try to make them believe that there is
Hmm.
nothing wrong with their English speaking skills. They
Hmm.
just need to practice for some time and they can do really well when it comes to their confidence.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh, Second thing is, like you mentioned, you are a content writer. So if
yeah.
there is any beginner who is watching this video, beginner in content, if he wants to start his career in this content writer. So how
Yeah.
one can start as a beginner?
Yeah, so there is a prerequisite to write content on internet, and that is you have to be really good at writing. You don't have to be perfect. If you are still making some mistakes when it comes to punctuation or grammar, it's okay. You can improve it, but you should have some ability to write stuff. And the second thing is that you need to choose a genre. So you have to have some knowledge in particular things to write about, right? You cannot start writing if you don't know about a particular topic in detail. So you have to have some kind of knowledge to write about it on the internet. So I had degree in mechanical engineering. I studied engineering for 4 years. So I had good knowledge in this genre, in this domain. So and I was also kind of mediocre at writing because I had started improving my English after lockdown, and I also worked on my writing. So I met the prerequisite of being able to write and having knowledge in a particular field. And
Okay.
if you meet these two prerequisites, then you have to showcase your skills to people out there who are looking for writers.
Hmm.
And the way to do is make profile online on LinkedIn, on
Okay.
Upwork, or on Fiverr,
Hmm.
and try to write some sample articles content. You can go and look for articles that are already written on the internet on Google in particular area, and try to write them in your own word. Write
Okay.
the same article with the same title, with
Hmm.
same subheadings, but write it in your own
Okay.
words.
Okay.
And when you apply So on LinkedIn, on Fiverr, there is this feature where people, sorry, not people, it's not a very good choice of word, companies who are looking for writers upload jobs, freelance jobs for writers. So when you are applying, they ask you for sample writing. If you
Okay.
are a fresher or
Hmm.
if you are already an experienced freelancer, they ask for your previous projects to see if you did good or not. And
Okay.
if they like your previous project that you did for other company or your sample writing, then they are gonna give you some articles to write as a test. And if you
Okay.
pass the test, they're gonna, start sending you projects.
Okay, okay, like this it works.
Yeah.
Okay. I also didn't know
Yes.
about, but that's good. Okay, I have read some articles like on Quora. Quora is again a, I guess, website where people write.
Yeah, it's like there is a like a genre, I don't know what it's called. So it's
Uh-huh.
that type of website where people ask question and where you can,
Yes.
communicate and get some advice from experts.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah, I
community or
have.
website or something.
Yeah, I have read some of the, like I was searching about a question. There were little questions while reading some books. So I was searching on Google, then I found Quora there, and then people were just answering. Some were asking, some were
Yeah.
answering. They are giving, providing the knowledge. They were spreading their knowledge there, and that is great. I guess that is good way to learn and ask.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
It's
Okay.
like Reddit.
Hmm.
And by the way, I think when we talked first time, you
Huh?
sent me some articles. I'm not sure, but you sent me some articles to write. You wrote by yourself, I think. I might be wrong, but I think you wrote on a free website. You made a free website for yourself.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh, was it you?
Yes. 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 I started,
So
but
there
I.
were two articles. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not consistent. Even though I have just done, I guess, for some time, and after that, I didn't work on it. Okay.
Yeah.
We have only 5 more minutes. So before ending the session, I would like to know one last question, and that is, what are the resolutions you have taken for 2024?
Yeah. So I have set many resolutions when it comes to improving myself, my personality. First of all, I am going to improve my communication skills even more
Hmm.
because I still have some problems, not some, many problems. So I want to sound like an expert. I want to speak like I'm speaking in melody. I want to improve my intonation. I
Hmm.
have this, I think, a monotonous voice. So I want to work on that. And then I've set resolution for my health.
Hmm.
I'm going to gym these days consistently.
Okay.
So I think at the end of this year, I hope that I am physically good.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. So these are two resolutions I have set for myself. What
Great.
about you?
Yes, I have also set some resolutions for myself, and they are little bit like funny activities and little bit like related to learning. So first is reading a lot of books in 2024.
Yeah.
Like I am just aspiring to learn to read one book per week. So that is my, I guess I can say I'm just doing, and
Oh,
till
okay.
now I'm consistent. Yes. And second is I'm sometimes I, as I am also an introvert, so sometimes the things which I should do in public places, I always avoid doing those, but I can do and I should try those, so I would try those
Yeah.
things. Second is I am very, I can say, a person who limits on everything, like on food, on drinks. Like I drink only tea, milk and tea, yeah. And apart from that, I don't drink any like black tea, black coffee, or some other things are there. So I don't try. I don't know why I don't give even a try. I, after just listening the word and name, I say like no,
Yeah.
just have only tea with the main tea, which is with made with milk and all. So I would
Yeah.
try. I would love to try to other flavors, other things, and incorporate poetry and other things. And apart from that, like tiny things I would start in order to we can take as a self-care, where I can just
Yeah.
take my body and my like skin and everything. Uh, and again, communication skill is there. I need to practice more and more so I can be really perfect in this language. I cannot say that perfect, but there is a room for
Yeah.
improvement for everyone. So I want to just improve there.
Yes.
Apart from that, there are some things in my mind. I am thinking about a YouTube channel that is. I should just bring some different great ideas. So I'm just going to research first. Research work I'm going to do. That is just all are the learning part, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think.
So we
Mm,
have to just wind this session up right here today. In the next
yes.
session, there is a one thing which I was thinking for really long time, and I guess you are the right partner to discuss. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then I have to wind this up right here now, and
Yes.
thank you so much for joining the session. It was really nice talking to you again.
Yeah. You too. Talking with you too.
Okay,
Okay.
then bye bye. Have a great day.
Bye. Yeah.